Hello and welcome to another episode of Shake, Rattle, and Roll RV Gear. I haven't done one of these in a long time. If you've been on my channel before, it, it's been quite a while since I've done a gear video, but this time I felt it needed. I have bought a lot of other gear for my RV, haven't done any videos on them, but this one is a little more complicated, so I thought I would do so. It is a security camera system that I've bought or have acquired because I've had threats of vandalism to my RV and people pounding on the side of my vehicle in the middle of the night and just general harassment. And so I'm installing a security camera system to get these to I have a seizure disorder from things like sirens. As an ambulance goes by, and I'm parked in a very horrible spot for noise issues right now. So I apologize for our convulsions. We will work through it as best as possible. Um, so where was I? um, Unfortunately, I do not recall exactly. Anyways, we'll just try to move on. So so I decided to get the security camera system so that I can report people to the police, press charges if somebody decides to actually follow through on the threat of vandalism, and also for the um, evidence of the guy harassing me or of blasting his horn at me every morning when I'm up the coast. But anyways, so that's why I've got a security camera system. Well, after the last guy that decided to threaten to vandalize my RV, make it look unrecognizable, I did call the police on him after he threatened to call the police on me, and the police suggested I get a security camera system. So I posted to Throne, there's one of these links up here. Which one is it? That one next to the red bubble there up. Oh, well, it's the crown looking one is Throne, and that's I'll put a link down in my description. Throne, well, Williams Ardan. Um, and I posted this request for security system, and somebody anonymously posted the whole request of $200. And then Amazon's system, whatever their order processing, the warehouse fouled up, and the product never got shipped. And with huge discussions with Throne and Amazon, nothing could get figured out. And so it got canceled, and then but then so the money that was given to me, and so I put it on this security system, which the base cost was the same, $200. So it was 1-to-1 on a different product, but then I also got these mounting brackets, and of course the 3-year warranty on the cameras. So what have we got? The system is it goes over this way. Oh, OOSSXX is the brand, it would seem. And up here these are the same product or same company. Y80 Mega 4K 25 or 30 frames per second network camera range, and it is power over Ethernet. As you can see, it is the same thing. It's the same labeling, same branding, all the stuff. However, let's set this one aside because this is not. This is another unrelated. I got this to go on the back so that the camera will mount facing outward, but it's not. Well, actually there is. But anyways, I'm not using that not going to be using that. But the problem is, I'm also not going to be using these. Despite them being the same company, the holes on the bottom of the camera do not match any of the hole sets on the mounting plate on either front or back. There are no, I've put it around all the ways possible. It does not mount. So these that I bought 3 of, there's 2 in one package and 1 in another package, were completely pointless. So I gotta send these back because they don't work for these cameras, which is a huge disappointment. That it's the same brand, same company, same brand. You'd think they would know to make it work. But so we've got, here's the instruction manual back, and flipping through it, it shows not, I don't know if that's going to come up clear on the fisheye, but that's the camera that it keeps showing on all the pages. Is not the camera that is actually included in the package, which the box brands correctly. And yes, all 4 cameras are the same one. And I got this so that I can mount it theoretically on the side of the RV without it getting knocked off too bad, but I think I'm actually going to be mounting it under the front overhang like this and out to the side for out the back. But so at first glance with this camera, this is one of the other reasons that I'm doing this video, is because how do you get to the mounting brackets? How do you mount that? There's not a way. So what I discovered is there is this little hole here that has a little, I don't know what the technical term is, but has an Allen wrench screw that goes in there, a set screw, and you have to remove the set screw, and then you can twist off the housing very difficultly. Trying. You're gonna feel like you're gonna break it, but this is what the instructions don't say to do, but what is absolutely necessary. Maybe if I turn the camera a little bit, it'll get loose again. I had it off earlier, and I don't know why it's being such a problem this time. But there are some nubs on the inside of the ring. There we go. There we go. Finally. Oh. And then that can come off. So here's the full assembly. The base plate. And this is what gets screwed on first. But actually, no, don't just do that. Don't mount that on first. You got to run your cords through first, and then run the cord through the little nub, which thankfully there is a nub. Some videos, other things I'd seen, reviews said there wasn't a nub on the outside, and it just had to run the cord straight out through the middle of the plate, which means drilling a hole for the wire into your house, or using those brackets, mounting brackets. That's why I got this, so I could run the cord down through the middle and then out the side. But since this isn't going to work, and luckily this has the notches on it, so that'll be okay. So after you mount it up with the camera dangling off like that. So that's going to be a major obnoxious pain to do on the underside of the RV. Also with having to drill holes into the RV, caulk them, and put the drywall screws into the caulking, the caulked hole, and then the screw in the base plate with the camera dangling in my face. And then I can I'll have to manage to pull the cord up and up and up until the camera fits in there, and hope that the space above allows for enough room. And then get this plate up there, get it mounted up somehow, which is going to be pushing straight up on the roof onto the RV, trying to get it lined up in there, and then twist it into place to the proper orientation so that the camera will be, well, lined up however I end up mounting it, preferably so that the cord can come out towards the center of the vehicle. So however that ends up being, whichever way I end up mounting it, if it goes forward or out to the sides. And then you can get the camera bent up into place, which is, it's good that it is stiff. This is very, very robustly built. Like, I'm very much like the sturdiness of this, but it does make it extremely difficult to reframe the lens and to put it all together. And you gotta remember to replace that set screw. Make sure you don't lose it, because it is really, really tiny. And the Allen wrench size for it is not a standard. I've got this nice Allen wrench set. I guess it is, well, okay, that would be why, because this is English, imperial, the English measurement system, and this is made in China. So of course this is metric, and so I need a metric set of Allens for such things. Luckily, it does come with, each camera has their own Allen wrench for it, so there's at least sufficient number of tools packaged with it. But you're going to end up with, if you're having this out at 90 degrees or close to, the cord is going to be well bent there. But I suppose you don't really want it anywhere else, because that way you can actually move it around. But if, I don't know, I worry about shorting that on that bend in there. Well, we shall see. The other thing is this does use 90 watts of power, which in an RV, that's a lot. So I will be having to get a new battery and a second battery and a bigger solar panel, so that it will recharge in the morning quicker. Because with 90 watts of power, my laptop uses 65, and I don't run that after dark because it uses too much power. But this, hopefully, with the second battery and bigger solar panel to recharge, will be enough. I'll have 300 amp hour, which I think on those batteries, they're 1900 some watt hours. So you'd think that should last 20 hours then for 100 watts, for a roughly 100-watt device. But we shall see. I'm just not going to risk it. I don't want to, since that my lithium battery is not hooked up to anything but solar. I got to make sure I've got enough wattage, solar panel wattage, so I'm getting a upgrade from the 255 to a 395. Um, it will be $240, and the new battery will be $400. Which I think I can squeeze. Oh, but there's that. The problems with this. Um, oh, oh yeah. This mounting, it has. I don't know if you can see, it has the notches there, so you have to break the notches out, and of course that ends up generally looking hideous. And of course, I'm just doing it by hand, but otherwise, there's no way for cord to come out of it. You have to make your own holes, and it's not just a slide out thing. Um, this mount, luckily, it does. There is a way to get it to line up on the base plate, on this base plate. But I think since I can have the camera go almost straight out, hopefully, well, with the set screw, it won't pop out like that. And then have that mounted on the back to be looking out with, of course, somehow the cord going straight up. So, of course, this won't be the orientation that I do it. Well, maybe. But anyways, and then that's going to go up, and then got Ethernet cables. There's a couple other cords here. One's for extra power, which for an extra 12-volt in. So I think there might be some extra solar panels that I can get that will offset the camera power usage. And then which I guess that really only helps during the day unless there's a battery in this camera or in the computer that records it. That records all the footage. Which for four 4K cameras recording 24/7, that's a lot. And it does include, this one does include the 2 terabyte hard drive for loop recording. So that'll be a lot of footage to be able to collect. But I need more power. Always more power. I think that's all I really need to say about this. I'm excited to install this, make sure it all works, and excited to return these because they don't work. Thanks for joining me. Catch you on the flip side. May the chaos of your existence be beneficial.